Greetings, family, and welcome to the Black Sustainability Summit. This is Samora Sobukwe Sodaye, founder and director of Unique Seminars LLC, where we specialize in business development trainings for youth and adults. We are so excited to be participating in this Sustainability Summit and feel that it is so important that we start talking about and moving towards sustainability within our communities. I live in Birmingham, Alabama, and I've been teaching for over 15 years. Today we're going to be talking about using entrepreneurship as a tool to build sustainable communities. So Unique Seminars' mission is to offer students community entrepreneur trainings that see entrepreneurship as a tool to grow positive business models in their communities and provide products and services that reflect a positive message, image, and assist in the overall upliftment and empowerment of the community. We encourage our students through our trainings to create sustainable communities that can effectively function without relying on the resources, economy, products, or services of outside forces. We totally believe in the power to generate our own economy by depending on the skill set and knowledge of our own people. Our vision is to implement our community entrepreneur trainings in schools and community organizations. We believe that excellent entrepreneur trainings will lead students to create businesses that give communities the products and services needed for survival. So what is a community entrepreneur? A community entrepreneur creates businesses that uplift, motivate, and empower the community and works with other sisters and brothers within the community to build a collective business model with the sole purpose of generating products and services needed within the community they live in. So what we're talking about here is we're not competing with each other, but we're trying to create a business model that develop products and services that our community needs. These are our attributes: self-determination, dedication to the community, vision for the future, goal setting, and take action. It is so important that we take action in what we do. So we can set all these goals, we can be determined, we can be dedicated to our community, but if we don't take action, there will be no change. So we believe that we have to take action. If we're going to set up a business that's going to provide resources within our community, then we have to set goals to accomplish that, and we have to get started on it today. So we believe in taking action. This is the entrepreneur pledge that we have. And we would like for you all to just recite this pledge at this moment. So we pledge to be entrepreneurs that use our business knowledge to advance the community for the better. So we're not creating businesses that would destroy our community, but we're creating businesses that would empower it. We pledge to utilize our other sisters and brothers in our efforts to create a collective business model that bring us closer to economic liberation and empowerment. So we just want us to breathe on that for a minute. Inhale that into our mindsets, into our DNA, that we're going to work with other brothers and sisters to create businesses. Okay, so let's sit for a moment and think about that. And we would like for you to take this pledge on, and we would like for you to utilize this in your day-to-day movements. When you wake up, recite this pledge. Before you go to sleep at night, recite this pledge. Because we're talking about using entrepreneurship to develop the type of resources that we need in our community. What we expect from our students, and this is so close to me as the founder and director of Unique Seminars. We expect our students to take our courses and start to develop business that will provide us clean drinking well water. We expect them to create healthy food products for us to eat. We expect them to get involved in agriculture and gardening so that we can we know the type of foods that we're eating, so we can grow the type of organic foods that we need, that our bodies need. We expect them to gain the knowledge to become airline pilots and develop our airline services, so we won't have to rely on other airlines to take us where we need to go. So we're looking down the future. This is more than just becoming an entrepreneur and thinking small, but we also want us to think big and utilize what we can accomplish in the future by developing our own airlines, because it's something that we can accomplish. We want our students to be urban traditional medicine, to create the type of herbs that we need for our bodies, and totally dominate that field. We want them to be advanced in computer technology. We expect our students to, create vehicle transportation, because these are the things that we rely on today. When we buy cars, we rely on other people to buy them. We expect our students to become the engineers that we need to design our vehicles. We expect them to be architects, create our own homes, build our own homes. We expect them to be able to electrically wire those homes and master the elements of plumbing. We expect them to create, develop our own shoes and clothes, and even down to our wallets and purses, because these are the things that we utilize on a day-to-day basis. And finally, we expect them to, produce positive music for us to listen to and to promote our culture. So these are just some of the expectations that we expect our students to accomplish, because we're talking about developing entrepreneurs that can create sustainable products for us to use, because it's something that we need and it's something that we utilize on a day-to-day basis. And we're going to have to start being the primary people who produce those type of products that we use, and those and work with other communities, and not just within America, but throughout the world, to create that type of barter and exchange with each other so we can get the products that we need from each other. So what we teach in our courses and workshops, we teach the top 12 components of a business plan. We teach the Marcus Garvey business model, which is so dear to me, and this is what I base my company on. We teach the Black Wall Street business model. We also teach entrepreneur terms and definitions, marketing and promotion, budgeting and finances. We teach the community entrepreneur business model. We also teach the I See an Entrepreneur in You series. These are just some of our students that we taught, and they're presenting their business plans and getting ready to take the world on and provide those type of resources that we talked about earlier to our community. And these were some extraordinary students that we worked with. And I'm just smiling right now because I'm reflecting on, what they were able to accomplish with their business plans and their business ideas that they have. And they're ready to bring those type of resources that we talked about to our community. And so I'm excited about that. So understanding the Marcus Garvey business model, and this is what I base my company on, because I think Marcus Garvey is one of the most profound thinkers that the African community has had to date. And of course, for those who don't know, he developed the Universal Negro Improvement Association. And if you see at the bottom, it says dedicated to racial pride, economic self-sufficiency, and formation of an independent African nation in Africa. But one of the most important things that Marcus Garvey was able to do is develop the products and services that our community needed. He had the Black Star Line, which is a shipping company that was taking products and services and taking people to Africa, getting products out of Africa and bringing them to the States, and so on and so forth. So you had this African individual in the 1920s who flourished in the 1920s and having his own shipping company. And he also created the Black Cross Nurses. He had a Liberian expedition where he was taking people to Africa to live. He had a flight service. He created his own doll factory, because he said that if African children are playing with dolls, then we have to create our own factory to produce those dolls that they play with and give them black dolls to play with. So I think it's his organization and what he was able to accomplish in the 1920s was so profound, because he was developing a sustainable nation that produced the products and services that we need. He also created, once the Black Star Line had ended, he created the Black Cross Navigational System, which was another shipping company. So Marcus Garvey is so profound in his development of community empowerment and sustainable resources that we needed in the 1920s, from 1800s to the 1920s. And when he passed in the 1940s, his organization had reached a great milestone in developing these resources that we're talking about with Unique Seminar. So I'm so proud of what Marcus Garvey and his organization was able to do, and that's why our motto, Unique Seminar, is off of. And then we have the Black Wall Street model. And Black Wall Street existed in Tulsa, Oklahoma, and this African community called it Little Africa because they were always connected to their roots. And they had 600 businesses, 30 grocery stores, 2 movie theaters, 6 private airplanes, 1 hospital, a bank, community schools. And one thing that was important about their community schools is they created their own curriculum. And their curriculum had all type of infusions of African culture within it. So they wanted to empower the community by having them linked to their African culture. And they also had insurance companies, law firms, and their dollar circulated within their community 100 times before it even left out of the community. So they were creating the type of model that we talk about within unique seminars, and that's what we have to get back to. So the Black Wall Street, which existed in 1921, had developed this system of creating products and services for the community by using each other's their own resources. So this is the type of model that we're talking about reinventing. And if you look around, and I just beg you to do your research, you'll see some of these type of communities still exist. So we're excited to be bringing this back to reality, where we can have our own business, we can have our own grocery store, and not rely on other people for our food. Because first and foremost, we don't know where this food is coming from. That's the first thing. And the second thing is that this food is so expensive. So we have to be able to create that type of product and services for ourselves. So knowing the top 12 components of a business plan, this is some of the things that we teach and that we go over, because it is important that we know how to draft a business plan when we go into business. So if we're talking about developing these type of sustainable communities where we're using entrepreneurship, we're using business, then these are some of the key components that we need to know. So we go with what is a business summary, what is a mission statement, a vision statement, the operations plan, the product and service description, and even down to how you're going to, what time your business or your company is going to open. Okay. And we also talk about market planning strategies, SWOT analysis, budget, financial planning, and startup costs and legal structure types. So we just go over some of these elements of business planning so you'll know how to draft that plan and how to use those plans to develop the type of community that we talk about. Okay. We also go over a bartering system, how to barter with each other, because sometimes we have to take it out of the currency realm where we're just dealing with money. But we can barter our skills and trade our skills like the traditional methods that we use in Africa. So we also talk about bartering, how to barter with each other, and barter our own skill sets with one another, so we can take currency out of the picture. So we go over that in terms of bartering and how we used to work with each other and utilize those business components, but we just used it in the form of bartering instead of currency. So we also talk about that, which is important and moving forward for the community, because we have to get it at a state or point where we can take currency out of the picture and not be so focused on the currency piece. But we also we talk about both systems because we live in both systems and we exist in both systems. So how to matriculate through the system by utilizing them both. So if you just look at these type of systems that we talk about and utilize for a moment. So these are some of the materials that we use for the course and teaching the top 12 components of a business plan. This is our workbook, which includes an instructional DVD. We also use the 13 valuable lessons 2 parents successfully taught their 10 homeschool children, because I'm a product of a homeschool, and along with my brothers and sisters. So I also wrote this book talking about those 13 valuable lessons that our parents taught us, and even go over because we grew up on a farm. And we built our own homes. We planted our own gardens. We were able to utilize the resources of the land. So we go over this book. We bring this book into the class and show our students the type of sustainability that they could use within entrepreneurship. Because we would take the eggs that the chickens laid. We would take those products to market and sell them to the community. We also take, some of the farm animals that we use and sell them within the community. We would plant our own food, so we didn't have we would stay away from the stores. We didn't have to be so prevalent in the stores because we had our own land and we could grow our own food, and we knew what type of vegetables that we were creating. So we bring this book in, the 13 Valuable Lessons, to show the students what we can do because we've done it. We built the homes that our brothers lived in. We built our parents own a school, and we built the buildings that school. We built the buildings for the school. So they had a science lab. We have a library that we built. So we bring this book in to show what we can do within the community, and what we have to do. Not only what we can do, but what we have to do to survive within this nation. So thanks for listening. We're so excited and just ecstatic about what we're able to accomplish and working together. If you want to learn more about me and what I do and what we're doing here in Alabama and nationwide, you can call us at 404-620-1368. You can email me at any time at uniqueseminars@gmail.com. Or you can visit our website at www.uniqueseminars.org. Power to the people, and let's build a sustainable community. Peace.